Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on JEDSTAR. And in this video, we are going to go ahead with one of the Discord posts that Aaron Miller has put across. And I'm not excited about it. I really feel sorry reading the post, and that's where my excitement is not there in this video much. But it's regarding an NFT scam that has recently happened with evolved apes, right? So that's what we are going to discuss now, and why I feel JEDSTAR's project is somewhat much better, legitimate, and probably more secure on what they're planning to build. And why is it that I feel that this is a much better marketplace that we are going to see? Agora by name, which is going to come down in November. So that's what we are going to discuss in this video. And please to stay tuned till the end of the video because I'm going to read through a Discord post and the response that was given by Wu, who's the CEO of JETSTAR. So that's where we will go ahead and I'll put across some of my views on how I feel about the scam and how better can this be done. Couple of interesting things also that Wu has mentioned in his particular response. So let's see. Before I start, this is not a financial advice, or neither is this. Neither am I any financial advisor. I need to get better at telling this disclaimer, guys. So please do your own research before you get into any token in the crypto space. And again, reiterating, please be wary of scams. I'm later today going to come out with another scam video under my banner of Crypto Wisdom, which is purely educational content. So please do check out the playlist for the same. I have around 3 or 4 videos right now, and I've also gone across one of the trust wallet scams that are happening right now, the dust attacks. So on top of that, I myself did go through a few of the scams, probably contacted for scamming, but hell, I'm educated, and that's where my awareness got the better of me. So I did find out that it's a scam. I'll go ahead and put across a single video probably with two scam related problems. This is happening through Telegram. So yeah, so please be a little careful with that. Uh, but yeah, over to that on another video. Having said that, let's get on to this video, guys. This is Mr. Aslan, and crypto education is my passion. Having said that, let's directly move over to the Discord post which Aaron Miller has put across. For some strange reason, I don't know, it's not loading the images. So, but nonetheless, I'll show you the Twitter post as well. He says, "How would an artist not fear this happening to them?" This is from JEDSTAR Discord group. Okay, if you're still not part of it, please get down to JEDSTAR in the Discord group. The links are available in the official website. You can just run through that and join in the Discord group. And under Discord group, you have a separate room called Artists Q&A. So you can jump onto that particular room and read through the entire message of what it is. So I'm quickly going through. You can see the Twitter post that is out there, and it says, a week after the project launch, the anonymous developer known as Evil Ape, who promised that game, vanished along with the project's official Twitter account and website, but they left traces behind on the blockchain that shows they siphoned 798 Ethereum, that's equivalent to $2.7 million, out of the project's funds in multiple transfers. The funds derived from the initial public sale of NFTs and commissions on the secondary market were meant for project related expenses like marketing. You know what? I have also covered another topic on marketing wallets and why it is very important for many of the projects out there. In fact, with my collab with JETSTAR in terms of bringing out educational videos, they have also posted that on the Twitter. Please go ahead and check that out. Or it's also available on my YouTube channel under the section of JETSTAR playlist. Please do go ahead and check that out as well. So there I have spoken about how important a marketing wallet is. But at the same time, it is also important that you go ahead and verify how much control the marketing wallet is having from the project owners or developers. All right, so this is the main reason why I keep telling you need to do your own research. You need to get down to BSC, you need to get down to Etherscan, you need to get down to the Telegram group, you need to get down to the Discord or whatever social channels they are on. Watch a little bit of YouTube videos of whoever has put out certain videos. Also verify if they are biased or paid YouTubers out there. There are a lot of scams, there are a lot of tokens which get paid YouTubers to go ahead and promote their tokens. And it's not the mistake of the YouTubers out there, I would say, because even they would be fed with wrong information most of the times. Some of them, yes, they do it for the money, but most of them ideally would do it just because they are fed the wrong information, right? So I would not blame the other YouTubers out there. So please be careful, read through it and check the white paper, their website. These are the major things that you will definitely have to run through before getting into any project in the crypto space out there. So this is the first portion of the article, and the second one is regarding what has happened is that Evil Ape has washed his hands off the project, taking away the wallet with all the Ethereum from minting that was to be used for everything, that is from paying the artist, paying out cash giveaways, paying for marketing, paying for rarity tools, developing the game, and everything else in between. He wrote in the report shared with his fellow investors. Now, this is from Kat Grafam. I think she's a journalist and a crypto investor. So, more than that, I have just got another article. I mean, the same kind of content, but probably a little more details. I'll also leave the link to this article in the description below. You can run through it to get to know more about it. Just to give a heads up, these are the NFTs. If you guys own any, just check that out and be a little careful. And after that, this was the snapshot of whatever the game that they wanted to come out with, kind of a Mortal Kombat, kind of a game where it's a fighting game, and all these NFTs were supposed to be characters in this particular game. So on a rough basis, what has happened, they have tied up with a few artists. They told them that they are going to come out with a game and we want your artwork in the NFTs. So what they did, they released these NFTs in OpenSea market. And after releasing all these NFTs in OpenSea market, once the sales have happened, it went on siphoned out to the, it went on to the marketing wallet. So it did not go directly to the artist since they were tied up under contracts. So what happened? They did the minting, but whatever the minting was done and the sales were done, they all went to the marketing wallet of this project. So once that was there under the marketing wallet, this particular developer has run away with whatever was there, equivalent to 2.7 million dollars, which ideally was supposed to be used for development of the game and also paying all the hard work of these artists. And I've been a person who always appreciates the artwork from all the people out there, and I'm seriously feeling very sorry for all the artists who have lost their money, guys. um I don't know. With a heavy heart, I would like to tell this across, but I feel extremely sorry for all the hard work that they've put in to bring out this amazing art. I mean, they are amazing. I really like those, like these particular, ape NFTs that are out there. They are the trend right now, but yes, they are good, and some good amount of good effort has gone into having so many collections in place. I mean, it's not one or two, guys. It's almost 10,000 items that were there in the entire NFT collection, and that's a lot of hard work. Trust me, that's really a lot of hard work. And the amount that has gone, 2.7 million, it would have changed many of those artists' lives. We do not know what situation they were in, and it would have definitely changed their lives. So, having said that, again, my sincere condolences to those who have lost a sufficient amount of money. And probably now is the time that you also get a little more educated and aware about what's going on. Scams happen in each and every area of whether it is a crypto space or the normal market out there, guys. You would definitely be seeing scams. So, do not compare the scams to be only to crypto. Even in the real world, you see a lot of scams happening, right? So, having comparison to both, yes, crypto has an advantage. The main reason being, even if this was a scam that has been done, you were able to trace it out to the specific wallet on where it went. Even though you do not know who the person is, you were able to still trace it out, right? So that's when you can actually use that particular experience to understand how things flow, and each and every transaction details is available in BSC scan or ether scan for any cryptocurrency out there. So a little bit of education and awareness, and you would also be able to know where the how the funds come in, how the funds could be utilized, how the marketing wallet works, and all those stuff. So having said that, education is the only way, and creating awareness is the only way that people can get knowing about these scams and be wary about them as well. So let's come down to the response from Star King. He's the CEO. That's Wu from JEDSTAR. What he says are, a couple of questions which have gone out from the moderator or crypto alpha beta, I guess. So just he says, docs devs transparency and full exposure to what is happening as it is happening. So that sounds like this guy Abe was all they knew about him, right? So there was no transparency. They did not know who this particular person was. They did not know whom the project actually belonged to. So the developers who were they did not know. There was no docs developers out there. So we as investors are sick of these types of people too. This guy Abe and plenty before and after are the reason we started JEDSTAR in the first place. If you remember, in the very initial video and many of my videos, I have told you these guys, the people who have started JEDSTAR, are not the ones who have started a new project. They were the ones who actually got scammed in a similar fashion, where you can read through this. A dev or a founder named as Joe on a project, not the actual Joe who is right now in the project, guys. Don't mistake that. So a lot of common names, but yeah, he started a project called Death Star, which is again which was again a financial product. They wanted to get into finance and DeFi system as such. So they had D Star as the token name, which we now known now know that was also full copyright theft too. That we team members were in took the liquidity, and he and his friends siphoned the rest. So that's what happened to this entire team who have started Jetstar now. So they have already experienced the scam, and that is where they came in and stepped up to understand why certain things that are required, so that we build up the confidence and we ensure that there are no rug pulls, there are no scams, and that's what they have been doing all these days. So is liquidity locked? Yeah, it should be. That's one thing that you need to go ahead and check. And even if it is locked, for what is the duration and whom is it locked with, that is also something that you need to also verify, guys. Some people lock the liquidity, they say it will be trusted with third party for a year or so on something like that. And some people do not lock the liquidity, they just quote that it is locked, or probably given hands over to some person who is sitting there, who does not even know and who is not doxed. That's something that you need to be a little wary of. Some of the liquidities will have multi-sig wallets, wherein more than 3 to 4 approvals are required for any transactions to happen from the liquidity wallet alone, right? So that is like emptying the entire liquidity wallet. That's what I mean. Okay, so all these things are certain precautions that people are taking right now for all the projects that are legitimate. As simple as that, for legitimate projects. Audit, yeah, who did it, that also is important, because some of the audits which are there, audit companies get paid to even go ahead and certify your contracts. That does happen. It's the real world out there, it's all about money, guys. So that's something that you need to also check out. Have they applied for CMC or CG? Now see, CMC and CG is something which is a platform which will enable you to know about cryptocurrencies more. But why is it important in terms of getting to know whether it's a scam token or not? It doesn't define that the scam token, I mean, a token would be not a scam if it is listed in CMC or CG, because their listing parameters are totally different. What they look at is just the social presence, the number of holders, and whether it has some good potential running out in terms of this thing, and certain other listing categories that they have, like the smart contract and any flaws and who is that audited, blah 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 and stuff. We don't need to go into details, but if they have applied for CMC or CG, that means they want to get some visibility. Okay, and many of some of the scams that happen, they do not apply for CMC or CG, they just do it out of the black. So that's something that you need to also be having a tick mark with. Okay, not a mandate that it should be listed, and what I mean, like whatever is listed in CMC or CG is scam proof, because CMC and CG is not a website where it is actually giving you details on scams. It is only giving you a visibility of the token, and whenever you are listing a token for visibility, they do have some pre-checks which are quite good to ensure that there are no flaws in the contract and stuff. All right, so having said that, what is the response of Wu? So he says, while these do exist in the crypto world, scams do exist in the real world as well. Totally true. Yes, I've spoken about it just minutes before. And yes, it does happen in the real world as well. It's all about money. As a matter of fact, one of the issues we are trying to solve with blockchain is the fact that the art market is known to be very unregulated market, and this lack of regulation is perpetuated by the art world's entrenched lack of transparency that has been going on for centuries. That's absolutely right. The main reason being, like I said, every transaction is traceable in a blockchain. But when he says the market of art is totally unregulated, I understand it very well. The reason being, see, the minting of NFTs were from the artists, but the contract and other stuff were, I mean, the actual owners of the NFTs were the group who were running behind the, so-called apes. What do you call it? Evolved apes, right? So, I mean, sorry, Evil Ape is it? Okay, so Evil Ape was the one who was actually having that control over all these minting contracts and stuffs, right? So the artist did not initially have any hold over their artwork. So it was all the developer who actually had it in the first place. Second, uh, he says that the world is entrenched by lack of transparency, and that has been going on for centuries. Yes, absolutely fine. Do you know who purchased an artwork which is actually displayed in the museum? You would not know. And where the artist is actually giving away that piece of artwork to a person whom he sells for say $100, and whoever the next person the first guy bought from sells it, will the artist get any royalties? Not so, unless and until it is his own art gallery and he has some royalty to actually pledged, and you can only purchase it so that you can have it displayed in his museum or art galleries. That is a different concept. But the actual sales that happen, a person can buy from you for $100, go ahead and display it in a better place and get around $1,000 for it. Would you be any able to get any profit? Absolutely not. I mean, that's what even he speaks. And unregulated fields tends to benefit those with the most resources while harming those with the least. Absolutely true, because like I have been quoting, NFT marketplace is a boon to all those budding artists and those who are having a lot of talent but could not actually afford to get listed in any of those art galleries and stuff like that. They did not have a proper platform to showcase their art, and now NFT has actually given them that platform. In this case, the former are open art sellers and collectors, and the latter the artists. I mean, referring to the scam that has happened, he says the evil ape people are those who are art sellers and collectors. So they know how the market is, and probably they would know how artwork sells. And I think that's the reference. But yeah, or probably on a regular note is what he's speaking. But yeah, do let me know what you feel in the comment section below, guys. So through the blockchain we are able to develop transparent sale and bidding systems that ensures creators receive a percentage of future resales, which is especially beneficial for artists, and a radical change from the traditional art world where most artists get no money from the resale of their work, only the first sale. Like I just quoted, you wouldn't know how the resale value has gone. You would have sold it for $100 today, and the next day or a week or a month later, that same art piece would go to $1,000 to a very well-known collector, right? I mean, it's all about marketing. So you never know whether what your actual artwork is worth. When you are a small person or a normal guy who doesn't know much about the art market on the collector base and all those stuff, all right. So if you are a well-established artist, it's a whole different ball game. But over here, in for all those talented ones who are not, who are very less exposed to the market, and they do not have a platform or resources to go ahead and spend, aka money. So that for them, it's actually a very big loss. So what does he say going on? We call it transparent as every transaction will be visible to everyone on the blockchain. A radical change to how art is sold now. Once it is out of your hands, you don't know if it will be resold and especially for how much, right? So that is what the team is also planning to build up a transparent way of selling your artwork through the marketplace that they want to build. Agora, by the way. So it's coming out this November. Please do check that out as well. And basically that would be vital to fight these scams is education. Like I just quoted, guys, it's all about awareness and education to know to beat a scam, and we will be very much vested in that part to help bring artists on board. And we do understand that there will be a huge learning curve on which we all will be part of at every step. This was really nice. I did write this statement because, see, as a CEO of the company or the particular token out there, he is also assuring the people who are joining us at the artist level in the project that there will be a safe platform one, and there will always be a learning from all these so-called scams that are happening in the outside world, so that we get our platform secured. So it's a ever developing and ready to evolve platform. That's something that I really loved about this line. And to add to what I said earlier, another problem we also feel is plaguing artists that our marketplace and most of other marketplaces, as a matter of fact, would also solve is the art world's late payment problem. Now, yes, the actual art world, if you look at it, the physical one, right? So if at all you go ahead and display it in any art exhibitions or galleries, you wouldn't be paid instantly, because the organizers would ideally first take their cut of profit, and that payment will only reach to you after a certain point of time. It's not like someone comes, he or she likes your artwork, and they just give you a payment directly to your bank account and then take the artwork and move. That's not something that's happening in the actual art world right now. But NFTs, yes, they would definitely solve this problem. And an issue with most negatively impacts artists is that through NFT marketplace such as ours, that is Agora, artists receive their payments directly and are able to convert this into fiat, the real world money, and almost immediately, or if it is their preference, they may remain vested in our currency. So, in our currency, this gives me another hint that Jet can be actually utilized to purchase some artwork, right? Or it can even be some cryptocurrencies. like Ethereum or BNB or whatever is the case. I mean, that's yet to be seen once the marketplace launches. So, nonetheless, yes, that's one more advantage of having JED is what I presume. But yeah, you can actually have a marketplace which gives you a direct conversion to fiat as well as keeping it in the cryptocurrency platform itself, however you want it. And that's nice to see, right? So blockchain and NFT solutions are also just focused on the not just focused on the digital, and they are as we develop our product, our artists look at this idea. This is where I said it's little interesting. I'll read through this entire paragraph and probably give you an overview because it's very very interesting. I really want to catch this entire word by word. So as we develop our product, our artists may sell and auction their physical pieces using our smart contracts as proof of purchase. Every physical artwork would have a corresponding contract, which would function as both its certificate of authenticity and certificate of ownership. Thus, this contract NFT would be attached to the physical artwork in the form of linking serial number or QR code. That's huge, seriously huge. The vision is what I really loved a lot. Payment for the physical artwork would happen via a marketplace like ours. The funds would remain in an escrow account so that the artist will receive payment when their art arrives safely with the buyer. So, and every time a physical artwork is sold, the contract NFT would be sold along with it. Otherwise, ownership would be invalid. The implementation of this contract would prevent or at least greatly reduce the art world's most common fraudulent behaviors, that is, money laundering or forgeries, etc. It also would ensure that all artists get resale royalties for their physical work and not only for their digital work. Additionally, all artists would know that at any given time who owned their work and how much it would have sold for, bringing an unprecedented level of transparency to the art world. One that would help bring artists from the periphery of knowledge access closer to the center. Financial transparency can and should lead to the transparency everywhere or elsewhere, and the less a culture supports behavior done in the shadows, the more that behavior will be done in the light, where it can be regulated to ensure more level playing field for both our artists and collectors. Man, a lot of thought really got into this person to put all this information across. And trust me, if this is how we look at the future, and I really love the vision that he is having. The main reason being, recently I have just quoted another video on the NFTs portion, where there were certain physical artwork of Star Wars which was auctioned, right? A life size figurine of Baba Yoda and all those Star Wars characters or helmets or certain props from the studios as well were auctioned out as NFTs. But people who bought it would be able to get a free VIP membership for the exhibition center that is existing, where you can go watch your physical piece and you would have your name below that, and that means that's yours, right? So that is how a revolution is happening in NFTs as well, bringing in physical pieces to digital art form. So a lot of painters or a lot of physical props are now being minted as NFTs and that are sold, and those physical properties are again put across to the particular people. Now, how does a scam happen in such manners? Very simple. If your art piece is converted to an NFT, like say, for example, I make someone's face out of clay or plaster of Paris. Okay, let's take Alexander's face. Okay, just an example, guys. No, nothing against him. Let's take Alexander's example, or okay, let me keep it even more simpler. Let us have a sovereign of a small statue of liberty. Okay, say around 2 feet high or something, just a small statue. Okay, so what I would do, I'll just take a photograph of it or have a 3D rendering done or a 3D scan and put it across or post it as an NFT in the marketplace. Now, what am I selling? I'm not only selling the NFT, I'm also selling the physical piece of art that I have made of Statue of Liberty, which is around 2 feet. Now, say it goes for 1 ETH of price. So what will happen according to this vision that Wu has? What will happen now is whenever the NFT is minted, it will automatically give you a QR code associated or a serial number associated with your physical artwork. All right. So your physical artwork will have a serial number or a QR code. So the moment you scan the QR code, you would be getting the details of the NFT that is there in the marketplace. So once you scan that QR code, you can go purchase the NFT, which in turn will result in those funds going and sitting in an escrow account. Okay. Now those funds would get released to the artist only when the purchase person or the buyer would get the physical artwork delivered at his place. Now, how cool would that be? That's the first part. All right, so that's the first part of transparency and security both built into one. Now, the second portion here is this artist who has now sold it. Say, for example, it goes up to $100. The NFT or the physical artwork that he did went off as a first sale for $100. Now, tomorrow, again, that is still associated as a smart contract, so everything is traceable. So, tomorrow, the buyer decides to go ahead and sell it for $150. Now, when he sells that NFT from his side, he goes ahead and sells it with the royalty cost. One, because it's built into the smart contract. So this artist now would be receiving some royalty based on the resale. And two, this artist would also get to know the price that it has got sold out to another buyer. Now, how cool would that be? And every transaction is traceable out in the blockchain, guys. That is transparency, that is security, and that in turn would give a feedback to this artist on what is the collection volume out there, and how many collectors are out there, and probably basis artwork price later on in the upcoming stages, probably he might make another piece of it with some changes, and increase the price, right? So imagine if the $100 piece that he actually sold initially now is selling for $1,000 after a lot of resales. He can just mint another one and sell it for say 800. It's like 8 times his profit, just because he got to know the visibility of the resale value that's going on, all through the benefit of smart contracts. Now, that's a really cool idea, and I'm truly now looking forward to all these security measures that are taken up and built into Agora platform. I'm very excited now after all this reading from the CEO, and yet to see all those functionalities built up. That would take some time. Yes, I totally understand, but we do not know, right? So the team has been working hard. To be frank, I've been speaking to them on the Telegram chats, or whatever questions I have, I keep posing to them directly. So I've been getting positive answers, as well as getting to know how much the team is actually engaged in terms of getting the products rolled out. So everyone is working hard out there, guys, and trust me, Jetstar has a lot of potential. So if you're planning to buy, get down to PancakeSwap and get your tokens. And mind you, I'll be coming out with a video tomorrow or day after, giving out 10 benefits of holding JED or probably purchasing JED. I'm yet to figure out a few points. So once I do that, I'll be coming out with that video as well. So watching that would give you some idea of how important having JED is right now, if in case you would like to invest in this project, because JED is the first of the three tokens in the ecosystem. Two more tokens are yet to come. The games are yet to come. The NFT marketplace is coming out in November. A lot of big things happening, and they have a lot of talented artist community. I mean, look at this. He's the one behind the Star Wars saga, guys. You see LucasArts, that was the one behind Star Wars. Hearthstone, a game by Blizzard, and you can go check out on Google on how big it is and how many people are playing it. Another one, Magic the Gathering, that also is a good game, and he has done his artwork for these two games as well. And now he is actually part of Jetstar team and will be working on the artwork related to the trading card game that they're going to come out. That's the first game that's going to come. And Frag Games partnership is now ensuring that the game is developed by them, and also they will also be part of the development for the MMORPG game that's going to come out later next year. Big things happening. If this is the right price point to go ahead and invest in, I'll also bring out my price analysis in a couple of days, because that's when I would like to speak about the price. Now that it's around 1 month time, yeah, I'll speak about the price of this token too. So having said that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be careful about all those scams out there, and watch out for my other videos on the scams that would have happened and how I actually avoided it, and how it is important that you guys also be careful about it. Thank you so much once again. Please do subscribe to my channel to get to know more about scams and other such videos on Jetstar. And that's it. Have fun and be safe, guys.